So Python Meteor, an ammunition plant, is planning on building a new factory in Alcoa, just next to Tyson McGee Airport. And they would need access to the highway so they can distribute their product. However, as the current roadway around their proposed plant location exists, their trucks will not be able to go through the current intersection. So the purpose of this project is to redesign the intersection to accommodate for the WB67 sized trucks. And in addition to that, we'll be adding turn lanes and a signal to reduce the queues from this additional traffic and to improve safety as well.
One challenging aspect of the design for our project specifically, I think, was making our proposed finished design mesh with the existing geometry of the roadway.
Compared to my other transportation classes, which I think had more of a focus on concepts, this project really required me to locate specific guidelines and drawings and regulations, whether it's in the Greenbook or from TDOT or the MUTCD, and finding those specific numbers and measurements that were legally required was a challenge, and being able to incorporate those into an AutoCAD drawing was another challenge.
Well, like in the construction class, you're working mostly with like the RS means and that type of like annotation for coding your cost breakdown structure. And with the cost breakdown structure in this class, for Alcoa, there's the TDOT, which is a slightly different type of documentation for it, and instead of breaking it down into materials materials, labor, and equipment, you're breaking it down into just like the overall bid cost, which puts everything together, so it's just a little different for that.
Challenging aspect of the design of our project was tying in our proposed design with the existing geometry of the road. There was tight turns, and we had to make the turn radiuses be fit standards for the large semi-trucks that were going to be using the road for the plant, and also to make the flowing of the roadways much better.
The City of Alcoa, with this new Python Meteor plant, will see additional jobs and money being flown into the system, and the extra improvements we're adding to the roadway and intersection will also reduce queuing and improve safety for the people that live in the city.
One positive outcome for our client, I would say, would be our design gives them a really safe intersection and roadway, and the flow of traffic there at the intersection with our design is going to be much better than how it currently is.
Again, like I was saying earlier, in the transportation classes, everything is so conceptual, so getting to actually become familiar with the standards and the drawings and the methods used by the professionals, I thought really helped me, and it definitely makes me think about transportation in a different way than just my classes and labs.
Just kind of getting experience for what it would be like working the actual field rather than just like in a class setting where it's like you have in class you have a bunch of like homework assignments, you just do the homework, then you study and take a test, and this is like you can't put stuff off. You have to just stay on top of work and do a little bit every day.
One positive outcome I personally received from this project would be my experience with using the software, with kind of meshing the academic side of what we learned in class and applying that to the practical real world problem, and using the software to see how you can use the academic side to really project what you want to do.
This class is a lot of work. Don't put it off, don't procrastinate, but it's worth it and you'll learn a lot, but it's a lot of work. It's like a whole semester of all your classes put into one thing. And it really does incorporate everything you've learned through all of your civil engineering classes. So it's fun and scary at the same time, like a roller coaster or something.
I would tell a future senior to definitely stay on top of the project. But also to dive in and really try to learn as much as you can, because you can learn a lot from this project. You know, you've been here for 4 years and you can really learn how to apply that to a real world problem and, use it in a practical sense.